Good afternoon and thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky. I feel like the weekend can't come soon enough. Amber Freeman sitting in the co-hosting chair today.
Happy Friday. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, but you know, I'm ready for this week to end. I think it's, you know, it's been a long week.
It's because it's cold.
No, I'm not complaining about that.
I am.
Yeah, not about that at all.
Troy, I have to tell you something.
What?
You talk about TV shows all the time, which I never do. I can talk about a TV show today.
Well, what?
I watched Top Chef Kentucky last night.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so...
I'm sure that bored you to tears.
No, I loved it. I actually like shows like that because I like that whole creativity kind of thing where they can put together something. And have you been to Lake Cumberland? That's where they did it this week, and they did houseboats.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, the lake?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was called Lake Cumberland. Okay, I just know it as the lake.
That's what you get when you watch TV. Yeah, so you've been? On the whole?
No.
Okay, well, they were hosting like parties on their houseboats.
Yes.
And two, it was summer, and they were talking about how hot it was. So I was very, very jealous that they're out on boats. They're eating all this seafood. Summer can't come soon enough, and I feel like a trip to
Well, I
Lake
think it's
Cumberland's
going to be like another 3 months before summer, isn't it? When does summer start in America?
Don't crush
like
my
July
dreams.
or June? June, yeah. And it doesn't get really hot.
Listen,
like
don't
July,
crush my
does it?
dreams.
Yeah, it's like months, June 21st. You're going to have to be a little warm till then. Just stay rugged up. It is what it is. Hey,
Rugged up?
This will keep rugged up, as in like putting a blanket on you.
Just if I walked around like that, that's going to be my new look.
You can have a poncho. Yeah. Hey, this will warm you up, everyone. Disney fans are excited about the new Star Wars Galaxy Edge area in Disneyland opening in June. A new ride called Star Wars Ride the Resistance is gaining a lot of attention. Why? It's reportedly almost a half-hour in ride. Does that make sense? A half hour. Guys, if I was doing it, I'd be beside myself. There are also rumors that it will have 300 animatronic figures and it will be the biggest indoor ride Disney has ever built. In the attraction, guests will also be thrown into a battle between the Resistance and the First Order. I am in.
You're in?
I hate rides that only go for maybe a minute.
So my first
You line up for an hour.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
The buzz is over in a minute.
And this is a good ride, especially if it's a sitting ride. Like when you're outside at the theme parks in the summer in places where it is hot more than 3 months a year, people are always complaining about the sweat.
Is this what the ride is?
So
Is
they
this
can
what
go
we're
sit
looking
for
at?
30 minutes.
Is this the building?
I guess.
Is it the area of the theme park or just
That's
the ride?
That's definitely not just the ride.
Oh, wow.
That
that's the whole park.
That
Sorry.
would be like an entire
I was going to say,
city.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing, though, Amber. You pay a lot of money to go into Disney World and Disneyland.
Right.
You deserve a ride that goes for half an hour.
You think?
Yeah.
But what if you have kids? I mean, a half hour on a ride like that, they're done.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
I don't know.
You mean for kids to go on this ride for half an hour?
Maybe.
I think they'd like it.
They might be crying and... No, it's good.
Yeah.
You know what? The amount of work that goes into rides like these and Disney World and Disneyland, if you've ever been, they have an entire underground world.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
amazing.
It's unreal what they do. So to put that much...
That's not open to the public, though, is it?
No. No, you have to be very VIP. No, and they have cameras everywhere, but places like that, it's crazy how much money they put into that and how much people anticipate it and they enjoy it. And it'll be interesting to see if this is a new trend where they're going to start bringing rides like this to all the different attractions.
Yeah, I think they will, because didn't Disney buy Star Wars franchise?
I'm not sure.
So I think they have some sort of... Yes, everyone's saying yes, they did, so it's within their interest. This will be a very popular ride. And they normally have press days, which... you know, will be huge. But unfortunately, Disney isn't a big attraction for the state of Kentucky. Not enough people from Kentucky go to Disneyland or Disney World.
I don't know. A lot of people down for Citrus Bowl went to Disney World in Orlando.
Well, that's a different scenario because they had the Citrus Bowl down there. But Disneyland and Disney World don't do enough advertising here because it's not a huge market. Do you know their #1 market outside of America is Australia?
I believe that.
I had no, but we didn't grow up with Disneyland, so we didn't. I thought it was amazing.
I used to do a lot of advertising with Disney and worked very closely with all of that. And they're very targeted in who that they send their ads to. They actually do a lot of their own advertising in their home states because, you're going to bring those people.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, everyone, if you're needing a little treat, let me tell you, if you're a big fan of cookie dough, Ben & Jerry's has your back. They released 3 new flavors that all have a cookie dough core. And don't worry, it's safe to eat. The flavors are chocolate chip cookie dough core, sweet like sugar cookie dough core, and no bake and wake cookie dough core. Is cookie dough a new thing? I thought it's just...
no.
Exactly. How can it be new?
But, well, because this is a new concept. Did you know Ben & Jerry's was the first company to introduce cookie dough ice cream?
Okay, I
to
got
the
you.
market.
So it's ice cream with the cookie dough in the middle.
Yeah, so have you had cookie dough ice cream before?
No.
Oh my gosh,
It's not
Troy.
I could imagine. I like eating cookie dough as if you're making it, but not the pre-made
Oh
stuff.
no, this is spectacular.
Really? See,
it's
what am I
like-
missing out on?
It's heaven.
I noticed Ebony, our assistant producer, who would normally go and buy things like this for us, hasn't
I
got
don't know if
anything
it's out
for
yet,
us.
is it?
Oh, is it not out? Oh, see, she's shaking her head saying it's not out. If I go
Okay,
to
why
Walmart
can't
today
you
and
make that
find it in
happen?
there, there's going to be problems because I should have had at least 1 teaspoon of it to taste it.
Well, it's almost like, do you have ice cream cake? Have you?
Yeah.
Is that something? Do
Yeah,
you
yeah.
like that?
I think a lot of us had that as kids, didn't we?
Well, yeah, and they have some of them. I mean, depending on what company makes it, have like the layers of. It's almost like that. Oh, it's so amazing. I'm not a big ice cream person, so I like when
Right.
other stuff's in there. The cookie dough with the crumbly stuff and all that.
I got
This
you.
is almost like that. You could just chop the
like
Ben
a,
and Jerry's
like a
up.
roll, like a log.
Yeah.
All right. Now you tell us about the next story, my dear.
All right, Valentine's Day is coming up, and a popular holiday treat seems to be missing. A lot of hearts breaking. The makers of the Sweetheart candies, they had those beautiful messages like, "Be mine," on them. They said they won't be returning to stores until next year. The reason, because the company was purchased by another organization and they want to relaunch the candy. Now, don't worry, you can still buy them on Amazon because you can buy everything on Amazon. $9 for one little box. On eBay.
Is that expensive
Oh
for
my
these?
gosh, yes.
Oh,
They're
okay.
like 50 cents usually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
For a packet?
well, it depends what size you get. If you're going to get the jumbo.
I've never seen these.
What? Troy, on eBay you can get an 8-pack box for $12, so that's a deal. However, this just added fuel to the debate of whether these are good or bad treats. You've really never
But they're
seen
full of
these?
sugar. So what do you mean good or bad?
Okay, well, because they don't, okay. These, you really have never seen these? They're like the little hearts, and they say, "Be mine."
Maybe I have.
love,
I don't really know.
And they're all different colors.
Yeah, I've
They
never
kind of
seen
taste
someone-
like chalky-ish.
Okay, all right.
So people either like the way they taste or they don't. But it's one of those, I think, candies that just bring back memories. It's not that people love the candy. It's that they're going to miss, that's how I get my dates. Let's just be honest. So this is really going to ruin my Valentine's
How long
Day.
since you've dated?
No, but I don't think it's the actual messages on them. It's not a candy that you buy for the taste usually.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of that debate on whether or not it's good or bad.
Okay.
Because you know how like something, if it's always been there, I think it's like 163 years, this company. I could be off a year
Right.
or two. It's been at 53 maybe,
Okay.
around there. So it's going to be
Must be
missing.
an American sweet, is it? Must be. I don't ever remember seeing it.
Really?
Yeah,
They're
maybe I'm-
like conversation
Yeah,
hearts.
okay. All right. Tell us what you think, whether you can do without it for 1 year. All right. This was something I found completely opposite, but it's still involving food.
Well, and it's
So to
it's-
speak.
I mean, you could get Valentine's
Okay,
Day
and
in
I
this.
know I probably won't know how to pronounce this word, but I'm going to give it a whirl. Some people identify as a vampire, and they say they're vampiric. Vampiric?
The
I've never heard of it before. Vampiric awakening happens during puberty, adding there is nothing you can change. It is who you are.
Getting risque.
Hello. They also say you also need human energy to survive, like drinking blood. It's no surprise the king and queen of the vampire court in Austin, all right, Austin, Texas, drink blood from their donor girlfriend. In fact, they opened up their doors and showed people exactly how that all goes on. They explained that they prick her finger and then suck the blood from that. First of all, there are so many different things that one can say about this. I don't quite understand. I think, so what they're saying is this girl is a girlfriend who they use for blood purposes.
Yeah, I think there's
that-
there's a
did I say
section
that-
on Craigslist for that.
There's a
They
what?
probably found her. No, I
what?
don't. I'm just kidding. Like a section on Craigslist where they find blood donors. There's not.
Oh,
I'm just
well, like,
kidding.
are you
It
serious?
seems like they have this girl. I don't know. Maybe there's websites where she donates her blood. I don't know if there's other activities involved. I'm not in that.
But
I
here's
didn't
my
have that
question.
awakening.
It might be a medical question. I'm pretty sure it is. But if you take someone else's blood that isn't the same as yours, isn't that dangerous?
You're drinking it, so it's not going directly in your bloodstream like that. I mean, maybe it's absorbing. I don't know. I don't.
Listen.
I don't know.
Well, look at them. God, you know, each to your own, I say.
Exactly.
But I find these stories fascinating. That there are people out there that do this sort of thing.
She must have a lot of scars on her finger, because how often do they do this? And that's a lot of needle poking.
I don't know, babe.
It's
a Good Friday conversation.
I guess.
Alrighty, ready for the next one?
Yeah.
This is interesting. You know how I feel about support animals. You've probably seen emotional support animals like dogs and cats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about alligators? Joey has a 4'6" alligator named Wally, and it's a pet. And he brings him to different facilities as an emotional support animal. His friend rescued the creature when he was only 14 months old, and Joey claims it's never bitten him. Is that him? Is that the
Yeah, it's in his car.
on his shoulder?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
So
But don't they? Oh, look at it. Oh, look at
I
that's
know
cute.
he loves it.
But isn't it going to get bigger, or is it a miniature
well,
one?
yeah, no, they grow. Tom sent me this story yesterday. I guess he felt like I needed an alligator in my life, and then I found it later because it's kind of making the things. He had it as a baby,
I get that. Yep.
and he's kept it, and he brings it to schools, and he brings it to places where people need some emotional support, which is probably everywhere.
But it's not his emotional support animal.
No, it's his too.
Oh, see, this is it's just crazy. Look, people would put this on Facebook. Didn't
It's a
you?
wild animal.
It's a little cray-cray. And it's going to snap your head off. one day.
That's what he says, and that it's never bitten him before.
But
and
it will.
It's very, very nice.
It will, my friend. This is something that I find a little bit disturbing, everyone. A disabled woman named Brandy believed that being a Walmart greeter for over a decade gave her the purpose, all right? But then she got fired. Why? Because she accrued too many late days. She uses a wheelchair, everyone, and says her transit options are limited, and despite her trying her best, she has 15 absences in the past 6 months. Now, Brandy added, so this is what I get after 11 years, loyalty. I felt like I had no hope. Okay, 15 absences, okay, in 6 months. I'm asking, is that a lot? Is that 2 a month? Yeah, a little bit, 2 a month. And she also was running late, 6 times that she was late. But here's the thing, is that she's a greeter. And I want to be careful how I say this. It's not like she was on the checkout or the delivery dock girl out the back when trucks arrive at certain times and things like that, where she has to be there. A greeter is someone that's just at Walmart at the front. I like those greeters because they always say hello. I like that. Is it bad that she's late? Did it deserve for her to be fired?
I mean, I think if you're going to go that route, you have to bring up, is it okay to say it's okay for one person to be late and not somebody else's based on their job description, which would lead to an entire other conversation. I think probably what's getting the attention in this story is the fact that she's disabled, and then that makes it difficult for her to get there.
She was finding it difficult to get to work.
Right.
And the company that picks her up is a service provided by the government. It's not privately funded, and they were always running late. So what she was doing was getting in her electric wheelchair and zapping down the freeway, which is very dangerous, I'm sure. And look, I just think Walmart should have, I don't think this is a good look.
No, it's definitely not a good publicity.
I think they could have maybe not given leniency, but maybe changed her role a little bit.
And I'd be interested to see if there's another backstory, because oftentimes when something seems like it was a dumb decision to be made, or maybe a little harsh, or there were rules that maybe were just fudged a little bit. Maybe something else was happening as well. Was she given warnings? I don't know. I'm just bringing that up for.
Interesting. See, I didn't see that
because
part.
a lot of times before you're fired, your company is going to give you warnings that if this happens again, or you have that conversation, what can we do to relieve this issue and make it better for both of us? Were any of those conversations happened, or was it just a you've been absent, you're gone?
Yeah, well, I don't think that's legal. You're probably
To
right.
fire?
They probably had to have some other reasons, or given her several notices.
And I also am not well versed on whether there's disabled laws that prevent something like this happening.
Yeah, who knows? But it's one less greeter at Walmart, and I love those greeters. They're fun. Alrighty, sometimes it can be difficult to be positive and to feel happy, everyone. While you can't control everything around you, you do have power over some happiness in your life. Well, experts recommend some simple things you can do that can help you turn your frown upside down. Amber, tell us what to do.
Well, you know I'm the expert on this. Check in with someone you love. Research shows.
We're going to be unhappy.
No, we're happy.
Oh, you've got, no, this is to become happy.
Yeah.
But we don't have anyone in our lives that we love right now.
I have a lot of people in my life that I love. You don't have people that you
well,
love?
actually, I thought that meant more of a relationship.
That's why you need
I'm
those-
like, no wonder we're sad.
No, are you kidding me? You have people you love.
Yeah.
I hope.
Now you've said it that way.
Listen,
yes, I
if there's
get
a
you.
little box of conversation hearts on your desk, I'm not saying they're from me,
Yeah,
but they
got
might,
you.
might
Number
be.
2.
All right. Well, wait, we didn't even go for the 1. Research shows if you foster your connections, whether they are romantic or not, you may live a happier life.
Right.
All right. So the number 2, write down things you're grateful for. Gratitude
like
and
that.
happiness are linked. I think that's such a great
Yep.
practice. Like every night before you go to bed, write down what you're grateful for.
Yep.
All right, 3, allow yourself to feel sad or angry when you need to. Research shows if you let irritations fester, you often feel regret. Crying can be therapeutic. We've talked about this. Are you a
Yep.
crier?
Yeah, I don't mind a cry.
I'm not. I want to cry more. Stretch. I can stretch. It releases endorphins and gets the blood flowing. And 5, make a point to get some fresh air. Fresh oxygen can help you feel more energized. I believe that.
Totally agree.
Going outside is
Stretch,
the best
I don't
thing.
know about because I sort of cry when I'm stretching.
Then you should just be the happiest
It's the truth,
person in the
people.
world, Troy.
Look, I did a weigh-in the other day and I've lost 4.5 pounds on Amanda Nightbert's lean program.
Right.
And it's been two and a bit weeks. So once I lose a few more pounds, I'll be able to stretch and not cry.
And then you'll be the happiest person
Yeah.
in the room.